So you're looking for a phone monitoring app, right? Well, whenever you start searching, two names just keep coming up, uMobix and FlexiSPY. They're both absolute powerhouses, and they're both packed with features to keep tabs on a phone. But that's kind of where the similarities end.
So that leads to the big question. Which one is really the ultimate app for the job? That's what we're going to figure out today. We're putting them head-to-head in a showdown.
In one corner, we have uMobix, which is pretty well known as the simple, more budget-friendly choice. And in the other corner, you've got FlexiSPY, which has a reputation as the powerful, professional-grade solution. We're going to break down what that actually means for you. Okay, now before we dive into all the cool features, we've got to cover something super important. A quick disclaimer. This whole explainer is for legal and ethical use only. We're talking about things like parental control or monitoring a device that you personally own, and only when you have the right consent. So please, always use these kinds of tools responsibly. Here's how it's all going to go down. We've got 3 rounds lined up for you. First step is setup, then we'll get into the feature face-off, and finally we'll talk price. After all that, we'll deliver the final verdict. Let's get right into it. All right, let's officially kick off the monitoring showdown by introducing our 2 main contenders. And we're starting with round 1, setup and compatibility. Because let's be real, an app could have all the power in the world, but it's pretty useless if you can't even get it installed on your device. Let's see how they stack up. So right off the bat, we see a massive difference. Both of them work great on Android phones, no problem there, but uMobix is only for Android devices. FlexiSPY, on the other hand, does support iPhones, but, and this is a big but, the iPhone has to be jailbroken. That means you have to remove Apple's software restrictions, which is a pretty technical process that a lot of people just aren't going to want to mess with. Now, when it comes to the actual installation process, well, there is a very clear winner here. uMobix has this awesome automatic setup that just takes care of all the permissions for you. It makes it incredibly easy, especially if you're a beginner. FlexiSPY is a bit more hands-on. You've got to go through and grant each permission manually, so it just feels a little more technical. So for round 1, the winner is uMobix. Its sheer simplicity and that super beginner-friendly automatic installation give it a huge advantage right out of the gate. All right, now for the main event, the feature face-off. Let's get into the nitty-gritty of what these apps can actually do. When it comes to basic stuff like calls and texts, both of them are really strong. They can even pull up deleted messages, which is super impressive. But FlexiSPY really pulls ahead with some seriously advanced features. It can record phone calls and even let you listen in on live calls. Now, that does require what's called a rooted Android device, which is kind of like jailbreaking for Androids. Still, those are powerful tools that uMobix just doesn't offer. Next up is GPS location tracking. Both give you great real-time tracking, so you'll always know where the device is. But once again, FlexiSPY has the edge. Its data tends to sync a little bit faster, and it has this incredible feature called geofencing. This lets you set up virtual boundaries on a map and then get an alert if the phone ever enters or leaves that area. uMobix doesn't have that, so for location monitoring, FlexiSPY is definitely the stronger pick. So what about social media? This is where they take really different approaches. uMobix has a clever system that uses screenshots to capture chats, which is really simple and works great for just reading conversations. FlexiSPY uses a keylogger, and it takes it a step further by actually recording the audio from VoIP and video calls on apps like WhatsApp. You know what? Since both methods have their own unique advantages, we're going to call this one a draw. Okay, let's talk about remote access. Both apps let you tap into the phone's camera and microphone remotely, but FlexiSPY is just way more reliable. It delivers high-quality audio and video that you can easily access right from your dashboard. uMobix has this feature too, but it can be a little less consistent. So for remote access, FlexiSPY is the undisputed winner. All right, on to our final competitive round, and it's a big one that matters to everybody, the price fight. How much are these powerful features actually going to cost you? So if you just look at the numbers, their starting prices are almost identical. But the real difference is the value you're getting. uMobix is definitely positioned as the more affordable, budget-friendly option overall. FlexiSPY's plans can get more expensive, but you have to remember that higher price is paying for that incredibly advanced set of features. So you know what? There's no clear winner in the price fight. It all comes down to what you care about most. Are you looking for a great solution that's easy on the wallet? Or are you willing to invest a bit more to get the most powerful features out there? The best choice here is really totally up to you. We've gone through all the rounds. We've compared all the features. Now it is time for the final verdict, the judge's decision to help you make your choice.
Okay, here's the bottom line. Nice and simple. You should choose uMobix if you want a budget-friendly app that's super easy to install and you're monitoring an Android device. You should choose FlexiSPY if you absolutely need those advanced features like call recording, geofencing, and reliable remote access, or if the phone you need to monitor is a jailbroken iPhone.
So, to put it as simply as possible, uMobix is a fantastic choice for anyone who needs straightforward, affordable monitoring on an Android. It gets the job done easily and effectively. FlexiSPY is the powerful professional-grade solution for users who really need the most advanced monitoring tools available on the market today. So there you have it, the simple and effective choice on one side and the powerful and advanced one on the other. Based on everything you've seen and based on what you need, which one are you going to pick?